Next up, I'm going to show a few more examples of plugins that may or may not be all that useful. Some of them are useful. There's no way for me to show all of the plugins that are available because even if I could, there's thousands of them right now, and there's new plugins added pretty much every day. Thankfully, there's now a way to search through plugins, which there was not until recently. And the plugin that I'll be showing you in this video is called Ask Your PDF. And Ask Your PDF is one of many plugins that kind of add the same set of features to ChatGPT. There are many plugins that allow you to work with PDF documents. So if you have a research paper, a manual, I was playing around with this with the manual for I have a generator at home. I live I don't know if I ever talked about this. I live off the grid and I have a solar setup, but I have a backup generator, and the generator is incredibly complicated and I hate reading the manual. So I was using the Ask Your PDF plugin to help me with the manual. And it didn't change my life or anything, but it is kind of fun to provide documents that ChatGPT knows nothing about, like my generator manual or a research paper that was just published. And that's what I'm going to do here. I have this research paper that a friend sent me, 10 Steps to Complex Learning. It's not terribly long. It's 10 pages or so. But I'm going to see if I can use Ask Your PDF to summarize this research paper, and then I can have a conversation with ChatGPT about this paper. So what I need to do is have a link to some PDF. I need to install the plugin Ask Your PDF, which I've already done, and then I need to enable it in a chat session. So check that box. And then like with any plugin, I can start with, how does this plugin work? And it will tell me the different features of the plugin, including, I presume, the ability to download and store a PDF. There we go. So we can provide a URL to a PDF document. It will validate the URL. Then it will download it. It will store it in a vector database. And then we can perform queries against that PDF. We can ask questions. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to tell it to download this PDF. And I have the URL to this research paper pasted right here. Now, this is something ordinarily ChatGPT cannot do, right? There is no downloading of anything. It doesn't work with PDFs. This can take a little bit. We can see the plugin is working. It's thinking. Something is running. And one thing that's kind of frustrating with a lot of the plugins I've used is that they error out pretty frequently. So hopefully that doesn't happen here, although it has happened to me before with this particular plugin. Okay. It didn't. It said that it successfully downloaded the plugin or the PDF, and it gives me a document ID, and then it automatically starts by spitting out a summary. I won't make you read this summary, but it's accurate. I have read this paper, so I know that this summary is not bad. It discusses the 10 steps to complex learning, a modified version of the 4-component instructional design model aimed at developing educational and training programs. Okay, and now I can ask it specific questions. So here's a really simple one, like who wrote the research paper? And we wait kind of a long time because the process here is somewhat complex. It is having to go find this PDF that it downloaded and stored in a vector database. It uses something called embeddings that we're really not going to talk about, but eventually it retrieves the correct information. Paul Kirchner, and I am totally going to butcher this name, this Dutch name. Let's verify, is that correct? And yes, it is. That was a simple enough question. And I could, ask it something about one of these sections, maybe ask it what does the paper say about compartmentalization? Mentalization. You get the picture, right? We're now able to work with documents that ChatGPT could not work with without this plugin. It is slow. It involves a bunch of requests and communicating with a database, and it's not the smoothest process, but it is going to give me decent answers. And it's not perfect, but here we go. It's finding some key points where it mentions compartmentalization in the paper. So that's just one example of another plugin. I'll show a few more.